I'm Trinity Armstrong, and this is how I got here. Starting off, I was born in 2007, July 25th, so we'll go here. Next, I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old, and I was just all over the place, and I did all the different sports, but eventually down the road, I decided to stick with soccer and just think it was my sport, and it was the one I gravitated to the most, and I was able to express myself the way I wanted to. So I went to high school in Texas. I was originally born in Dallas, Texas. I did public school for freshman year, and sophomore year I decided to go to IMG Academy, and that was a very big decision because it was whether or not I was gonna leave Dallas and finally go to a new state all by myself. It was very scary, but ultimately it ended up being the best decision for me. I was hoping to be at IMG for longer than a year, but after our nationals, I think it was July of 2022, I had a spout of anemia, which if you don't know what anemia is, it's basically I didn't produce enough red blood cells in my body, and then I also didn't produce enough oxygen in those red blood cells. So I got my blood counts checked. I was at an 8 hemoglobin, and it wasn't low enough for me to get a blood transfusion, so I had to build it all back up. And essentially I was bedridden for 11 weeks, 16 to 18 hours a day. And it was definitely one of the worst spots in my life. My mental health was low. I didn't know if I was gonna play soccer again. I tried to go back into soccer 5 weeks in, and so many different complications happened, and I almost had to medically retire. But thankfully I was able to ground myself and reevaluate my priorities as a person individually aside from soccer. And now I'm here today. So after my anemia, I was with the U.S. national team. We went to CONCACAF. We ended up winning, and now we qualified for a World Cup. Then shortly after, I tore my meniscus, which was definitely a low point, but because I went through my anemia, I was able to battle it and persevere a lot easier. I ultimately decided to reclass and do my junior and senior year in one, and went to UNC early, a whole year early. And it was definitely the best decision I ever made. I loved every single one of the girls that I played with, and I loved being coached by Anson and Damon. And ultimately being a part of that team led me to a national championship, which I've never been a part of, and I never experienced that before. And I had the best year in college I could ever ask for. So we had the CONCACAF early, January into February. And then I had my meniscus tear in May and did all this different school stuff to reclass, which was a lot. I don't recommend it unless you're like fully motivated to do it. And then from June 19th all the way to December 9th is when I was at UNC, and December 9th is whenever we won the national championship. In between that time, October to November, there was the World Cup, and that was with the U17s, and we actually got bronze, which was pretty amazing, and it was really cool to be a part of such an amazing group, and of course to rep the United States. And that was in 2024. That was a lot in 2024. And now, I guess how I got to San Diego Wave, essentially, I was trying to figure out whether or not my current head coach now, Damon Nahas, was gonna be nominated as the head coach, and I was also trying to figure out whether or not it was time for me to leave UNC. And ultimately I came to the decision that San Diego was gonna be my new home, and I'm so grateful that I'm here. I ended up signing in 2025. It's been so amazing. All the girls are they've been so welcoming, they've challenged me every single day, and they've ultimately made me a better person and a better player on the field. So I am very thankful that Wave decided to pick me up as a player and have that trust in me. Put it in all caps. Exclamation. There you go. What is my favorite way to spend a day off? Sleeping. I always love napping. I love my couch. I recently bought a new couch. It's like this plush. You sink into it, and I can nap on it all day. It'd either be napping and hopefully eventually get into surfing since I'm in San Diego. How could I not? What's something that you are saving for now? I guess right now, I'm mainly just saving to put my money into an investment. Nothing I'm really saving up for right now. Possibly a trip to Hawaii in the off season. I have never been, so I'd love to go. Describe my pets. Ooh, okay, so I have a pet. His name is Mochi. I recently adopted him. He's 4 years old. He's a Stafford Bull Terrier Pit Bull mix, and he is absolutely adorable. He's brought so much joy into my life, and I'm so glad that I was able to get him. Oh, and shout out to the San Diego Humane Society. That's where I got him from. My go-to coffee order. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'll normally get probably just a iced macchiato, caramel macchiato. That would probably be my go-to. Oh, what's the worst household chore? Okay, so I have a thing with bugs. I don't like spiders, and if anything like is in like a corner and having like to dust or like mop in the corners that I know hasn't seen the light of day, that would probably be the worst thing, is like sweeping in like one of those corners, or doing the dishes. What is it like to play with your national U17 teammates with the Wave? Honestly, it's really cool. I mean, not too long ago, we just made history of being 3 17-year-olds starting, which is just such an honor. We're playing with people that are in different stages of life. Like, even though we all get along so well, realistically, we're not the same age. And so it's nice having 2 other 17-year-olds that can share this journey and be a part of it as well. What childhood memory makes you smile the most? Any type of like soccer tournament I was a part of, especially for ECNL. They're just so lively and so amazing, and it's really fun to be a part of. What was your first concert? Fun fact, I've never been to a concert. It's quite sad, actually. I wish I've gone to one by now. Debating on whether or not to go to the Coldplay one in Las Vegas, because I feel like that would be a really cool first concert, but I would love to go to either a Coldplay, Rihanna, or Bruno Mars concert. Either of those 3, no matter which one, I would go to them, so. What's your favorite meme of all time? Ooh. It has to be I think it's the brown wiener dog with the side eye. It's like, I don't know, just dogs and their side eyes, they always get me. And so whenever I see that one, it always makes me laugh. What is the meaning behind my jersey number? Oh, there's lots. So 3. I started playing soccer, of course, when I was 3 years old. I'm the 3rd child. Trinity means 3, and funny enough, I see 333 every single day in any way, shape, or form. It can be on a receipt. I've seen it on shirts. I've seen it on TikTok. I think it started around when I was like 12, and then it hasn't stopped since. So it's such a big part of my life, and I couldn't see myself being any other number. So, what financial advice do you remember receiving as a kid? Main thing was, as soon as you get a credit card, make sure you pay it off on time and not late, and don't skip one. And if you're using it, you can pay it back twice the amount. And then when you do get money, you don't have to spend it right then and there. You can wait and see if a deal comes along or a discount comes along. I think those were the main 2. My favorite hobby. Of course, we have soccer, but I wouldn't call that a hobby anymore. It's the job, which is crazy to say. I do like to crochet. I've done it since like 5th grade, and I stepped away from it for a couple years, and I came back, and now I'm in the middle of making a crochet blanket with like the jumbo yarn, and it's taken me a while just because I like to be patient with it. I have to be in a certain mindset, and it does definitely calm me down too. So I'd probably say crocheting is my favorite hobby. Big or small, what's something you'll gladly pay extra for? Food. I am a big foodie. I love food. I love snacking. Probably a little bit too much, but thankfully I'm an athlete, so it all gets whatever on the field. So, but yeah, big or small, I will eat food and pay for it. I'm Trinity Armstrong, and today I'm making my vision board. I think the first and foremost is just being able to be the best on the field, and in turn help my team and just make it all the way to the championship and have such a great year. And then on top of that, hopefully getting the shield as well for being top of the league. I'll do the team photo for that one, because it's a team sport and we're a good team, so put that one in the middle. Some of my career goals, I think, since this is such a team sport and we're doing so well, it'd be amazing to see us at the top of the league winning the Shield. And then on top of that, winning the NWSL championship would be amazing. So that would be some of my goals for this year. And I believe all the accolades will come from winning all the things team-wise. So that's why I put a little photo of us. So, for goals personally, kind of leaning off of that, I want to win every single accolade I could possibly get. And then on top of that, I do want to represent the U.S. on the full national team, and that would be such an amazing achievement. And it's not just being on the national team, I want to be a starter and such a dominant player on the field for them. I don't have the best resting face, so I'm very focused. I go right here. So what I would like to learn off the field would be surfing. And I want to get into that because why not, especially in San Diego. And there's me on a surfboard. That would be cool if I could run on the surfboard too. I would want to learn some tricks on there. I've never done it before, so the possibilities of doing anything on there are limitless. So I'd probably wipe out a lot. I think the balance part's what's going to get me the most. I don't really know. We're going to put you, actually we're going to put you here. I am interested in ceramics. I really like the idea of like working with pottery and making all the different designs, like from pots, teacups. The other day I went with my boyfriend and we made this like turtle thing, and I painted all green. It was actually pretty cool, and it's very peaceful, I've learned. So I'd want to get more into that. So I'm using this photo for ceramics and pottery. I love it. We're gonna put you in the corner. I would like to be known as a very dominant, encouraging player on the field and person. I would want to become a leader and someone that people look up to. Even though I know now that I'm young, I do believe that if you're able to play on the field and you have the IQ and you have the ability, why not? Why can't you do whatever everybody else is doing, just at a younger age? And I feel like that's just more special to be able to do that at a younger age. I'm choosing this photo because this is whenever I scored my first goal with San Diego, which was such an amazing moment, and hopefully many more to come. I guess some inspiration for the person I want to become lies from my past self, and just learning from the mistakes of my past and learning from like my perseverance and resilience, because I do think that's what shaped me into who I am today. Also, it keeps me present and keeps me looking forward to the next task and not making me any more complacent and settling, which I never want to settle, but it also helps encourage me to become a better person and become a better player on the field. So I chose this one just because I definitely shock myself at times with who I am now, and whenever I take a step back of like all I've accomplished, especially at a young age, it's definitely wild, and it's crazy to see my dreams come true like in the present. So this is a very unorganized vision board. We're gonna connect them. I would like to make an impact in the community by just being supportive and being able to kind of immerse myself in whatever project or experience that arises. I think, of course, for me, homeless people have such a soft spot in my heart, and I want to be able to contribute and give back as much as I can, because I definitely don't want to take anything for granted of how I got here and the people that helped me get here, and then on top of that, of the situation I'm in, because I'm very blessed to be in this situation. So I will be choosing this photo because I feel like it's always good to go to the fans after, no matter like if you've lost, if you tied, if you feel like you played bad. They are there to support you, and they're there to support us, especially our Wave fans. We have the best fans in the league. A financial goal I have is to be financially free. I would like to retire at an early age, ideally not past 50. That would be really nice for me. And I want to be able to invest as much as I can, so then on the back end I can get that retirement plan up. So yeah, I'm gonna choose the piggy bank and the money for that one. Piggy bank, right there. We'll do the money right here. That's where we're going. This off season, I'd love to go to Hawaii. It looks like such an amazing place to go to, and I really, really want to go because I've never been. So that would be such a fun experience by the waves. There you go. I'm Trinity Armstrong, and this is my vision board.